So I've had the good fortune to play under a number of very excellent dungeon masters over the years. Some who have gone on to become very well known, and some that are not well known, just locally. We play locally. And one of the things that I've always tried to do is in that moment, just really enjoy the module, really enjoy what they're bringing to the table. And there are many adventures, the adventure itself, the players I played with, even my character, that we're talking years and years later. They were such excellent dungeon masters that I can remember like 80% of the adventure. I can remember 80% of the adventure. I can remember those key moments. I can remember some of those legendary dice rolls. And for me, that's a chance to like reflect on D&D and relive that experience. So I frame that because over the years, I've looked and said, other dungeon masters, I'm not looking to copy them because I can't copy them. We each have a unique vision, a voice, a way of playing D&D. The best we can do as a dungeon master is the strengths of our personality and what we bring to the table, motivate that, capitalize on that, and then bring in the voice of the players to help support and contribute to that. That's kind of the secret sauce, in my opinion. So I've never looked to copy or emulate a dungeon master, but I've looked to see what are some of the things consistently that they do well, or what are some of those points that, wow, this was really a great idea. I'm not talking like an encounter, not that I'm above borrowing that, but the perspective of some of that commonality. I want to share one of the most important things that I've noticed over the years of playing. This idea of starting the adventure to immediately pull your players into the adventure. And I've, over time, taken this to be like, this is one of my primary D&D DM, Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master tools that I think is so important and I regularly utilize to kind of build that narrative, pulling your players into the game immediately. End every game with a question of what's going to happen next, and start every game with a call to action. I won't say roll for initiative, but that gets your attention right away. Everyone's set up. You've got the old school books and dice. You've got the virtual type stuff. You've got the miniatures. People are ready to begin. Players ready to begin. It's like roll for initiative. Wait, what? Right? Nothing pulls you into initiative like that. Nothing pulls you into the game. Maybe make a skill check or have suddenly something happens. There was one adventure from years ago. We're at a roadside inn. We're there chilling, getting some information, and all of a sudden there's an explosion outside. The windows kind of break and something is on fire. Something landed outside and the inn is burning. Welcome to the session. What do you want to do, right? An immediate call to action as opposed to you're hanging out at the inn. What do you want to do? Some players are like, well, maybe I'll listen and see if there's any rumors. Some other players, this and that. Someone will do this. Someone will say, I don't know, I'll just see what happens. Immediate call to action. Every single player in the party, roll some dice. What do you want to do? And we keep them at that. We look to keep them there. So that's one of the things that I've always tried to do. That number one thing when we sit down and play the game, how to pull the players into that immersion, get them with that immediate call to action.